The rhythm behind this riff is older than rock and roll, and it's in every genre of music, and a lot of songs you already love.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
And it's the one counting system that most people don't teach or learn. System of a Down just happens to be the clearest example of it on guitar. Hey everyone, I'm AJ Hansen with Level Up Your Guitar. Tab sheet music is in the description, private lesson link is down there too. Let's get into it. System of a Down released this in 2001 on Toxicity, one of the best-selling metal albums of that decade. And the guitar part is deceptively simple. Darren Malakian is playing a melody on one string for most of it. But generations of players have gotten tripped up on this, not because the notes are hard, but because they're counting the wrong way. There are thousands of songs that use this rhythm, and people will treat the rhythm like a standard counting problem. 1 and a 2 and a, and so on. And when you try to apply that system here, your brain maxes out, blue screen of death, too many programs running. Plus, I'm not good at math despite what the scientists say about being good at music and math.
Okay, either you suck at math, or you're gonna die in 2 seconds. You suck at math.
What we're actually doing today is installing a different operating system for rhythm. Not replacing the one you have, adding one. Once it's in, it runs on its own. I learned this at a scholarship masterclass at Berklee College of Music in Boston. My teacher pointed out this counting system, and I scratched my head for like 30 seconds, and I was like, I don't know. But then months later, I was listening to some Rush records, and the light bulb went on, and never forgot it after that. Eventually, you'll hear rhythms like this in songs you've been playing for years, and your hands will already know what to do. There's no need to have it all figured out by the end of this video, but stay with me through the end of the chorus section, and you'll have the core of it. Before anything, the tuning. Aerials is in a drop tuning, specifically CGCFAD, which is basically drop D plus everything tuned down another whole step. If you want to follow along in just regular drop D for your convenience, that's cool too. Here's the concept we need before we play a single note. Focus your attention on this, because this is the whole lesson. Most of us were taught to count music in groups of 4 or subdividing the beat with eighths and sixteenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. That system works great for a lot of music, and it is a must know. But some rhythms, especially ones that came out of Africa and Latin traditions, like rock and roll, are built on groupings of 2s and 3s. The Tresillo beat is one of the most common. You've heard it 1,000 times without knowing what it's called. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3, 3, 2. 8 beats split into 3, 3, and 2. The Aerials chorus is an extended variation of that. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. You should know both versions. You'll pick up on what works best each time you run into it. But you never count past 3, except for at the very end of the phrase where you add 4, or you can swap in 2 groups of 2. That's it. If I count and snap my fingers with the simple Tresillo beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, versus 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Can you feel how much less work that is than grinding through the traditional method? Back to Aerials. Say it out loud a few times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you have 4 groups of 1, 2, 3, and then the 1, 2, 1, 2 at the end. It might feel slightly foreign for the first 30 seconds. That's fine. That's anything new. Students who stay with it through 1 practice sessions are the ones who look back and say, that was the turning point. When you get this counting system in your body, the chorus just plays itself. All right, I'll play the chorus now. you feel how that rhythm sits? It's not frantic, it's actually calm once you stop fighting with the wrong system. The chorus melody lives entirely on the low string. In this tuning, that's your C string. Every note of this melody is right there on the 1 string. Let's pick apart this entire section. So you'll start with your middle finger on the, I'll call it the low E string from here on out. Low E string, 3rd fret, down pick on the open A string, and then up pick on the open D string. And that's your 1, 2, 3. So we're already establishing the rhythm at the same time. And then we move the index finger to the 2nd fret, same picking pattern, same open strings. Then the 3rd group of 3 is all open. And you'll keep those open notes going through the 4th group of 3 and then the 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th beat, you'll go down, down, up, down. So really nothing new there. So again, we're just doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, which is what I prefer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you'll see that's the way I have it labeled in the 2nd measure. So let's move to measure 2. So here you can start with your pinky or your ring finger. I think I generally start with my pinky. So pinky on the E string, 5th fret. And same 2 open strings with the down, down, up pattern. Then middle finger on the 3rd fret, index on the 2nd fret, and played through the rest of the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So all of measure 2. So let me do the first 2 measures and then we'll move on. Now measure 3, we're going to climb up from the 3rd fret to the 8th fret and then back down just a little bit. So we'll start with the index finger on the 3rd fret, index again on the 5th fret, ring finger on 7, and then pinky on 8. So we're just climbing up the scale. And then for beat 4, ring finger on the 7th fret, down pick, up pick on the open D string, and then index finger on the 5th fret, down pick, and then up pick on the open D string. There you can really hear the 1, 2, 1, 2 grouping. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the last measure is the same as the first. And then the last measure is the same as the first one, middle finger on the 3rd fret, index on 2, and then open for the rest of the measure. So let me demonstrate the entire chorus line. I'll take it slow. Real quick, if you want me to walk through songs like this with you one-on-one, I do private online lessons at levelupyourguitar.com. I've been teaching for 26 years and have taught nearly 30,000 lessons across all genres of music. I only want you to apply if it's a good fit, so the first lesson's free. I only take a handful of new students at a time. Links in the description. Alright, the chorus is done. Here's what I call the linking passage, and it sounds like this. Alright, when you've got the chorus feel in your body and hands, the link is just the same brain in a new location. Same 1, 2, 3 count, same down, down, up picking, just moving up the neck. So you'll start with the ring finger on the 12th fret, index on the 10th fret, and then jump the index down to the 7th fret. Then ring finger jumps all the way to the 14th fret, index on 10 again, and index on 7. Then jump the index to the 12th fret, middle on 14, ring on 15, ring again on 17, middle on 15, index on 14. And that's where the 1, 2, 1, 2 happens. And then ring finger on 12, and then the last measure, ring finger on the 12th fret. The index finger is already hovering over the 10th fret, and then back to the 12th fret with the ring finger. So let me demonstrate the entire linking passage slowly. So that's the linking passage. You can discover pretty quickly that you already know how to play this, you're just finding it somewhere new on the fretboard. Alright, let me demonstrate the verse now. I'll be using a heavier tone now. Always love that when bands can do the chorus quiet and the verse heavy, kind of like Metallica. So cool. Is there a part of that you already noticed the verse feels different? That's not your imagination. The song actually switches counting systems right here. We go back to traditional subdivision for the verse. Power chords, palm muting, rhythmic strumming. The count goes 1, 2, and E and 4 and a 1, 2, and E and 4 and a. So we'll be using a power chord all in the 8th fret on the E, A, and D strings. And you can use your index finger or your middle. There's a bit of leeway here. Sometimes I use my middle, sometimes I go index, a little bit different each time. So I'll demonstrate the first half of the measure. This will be the 1, 2, and And that'll be a down, 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 up. And that's tied into beat 3. 1, 2, and Now we'll go all the way up to beat 4. So this will be 1, 2, and E and 4. 1, 2, and E and 4. Down, 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 up, down, down. Down, 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 up, down, down. And then we've got the last two 16th notes at the end of the measure, and that'll be a down up. So we've got 1, 2, and E and 4 and a 1, 2, and E and 4 and a. So once you've got the first measure down, it repeats exactly the same in the second measure. So I'll demonstrate those two measures together. And then again slowly. Then we get into this awesome descending octave section. So let me demonstrate it real quick. So this goes 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. So you'll be downpicking everything through this section on the open E and A strings. So that's 1E and a. And make sure you palm mute. Then for our octaves, you'll use your index finger on the A string 12th fret, use the index finger to mute the D string, and then pinky on the G string 12th fret. That wasn't even the G string, that was the B string.
It's wrong! It's wrong!
Pinky on the G string 12th fret. So we have 1E and a 2. Then we repeat that again, 3E and a 4, but now our octaves will be 2 frets lower, in frets 8 and 10. And then repeat again, just move down 1 fret this time to fret 7 and 9. And then move down another 2 frets again. So I'll demonstrate those 2 measures again. And then slowly. So just keep that steady, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. And you'll repeat all of that 3 times, and then on the 4th repetition, you'll just go back to what we did at the beginning with the 8th fret power chord. So let me demonstrate the entire verse just a little bit slower. Here's the bigger thing we're installing today, the ability to switch between counting systems inside the same song. Chorus is the 1-2-3 feel, the verse is the traditional subdivision. That's a rhythmic skill that runs in the background across everything you're going to play after this. So focus your attention on that transition point, the last measure of the chorus and the first measure of the verse. That's where the flip happens. That's the thing to drill. All right, onto the bridge now. Let me show you how it goes. The bridge opens with straight eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and at the 7th fret power chord. 2 full measures, power chords, keep it driving. Then it brings back the chorus theme, but heavier. All big chunky power chords with the 1, 2, 3 counting, and then some power slides. that sound pretty sweet. So let's check that out. So the beginning of the bridge starts with the power chord index finger across the entire 7th fret on the 3 fat strings, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all down picking. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and of that first measure. And it repeats it again. So I'll do both measures together now. Then we are repurposing the chorus theme, but with chords and letting things ring out longer. So no down, down, up picking. So we'll start with the middle finger on the E, A, and D strings on the 3rd fret. And that'll be a 1, 2, 3 count. Index finger on the 2nd fret. Another 1, 2, 3. And then open strings. And that'll be the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that'll be the core of the rhythm that we're doing here. Then you can move up the ring finger to the 5th fret, index on 3, slide down to index on the 2nd fret. But here on beat 4, this is where 1, 2, 3, 4 might be a better counting system. So you can hit another quarter note of the 2nd fret. So let me play the first 2 measures. One more time. Then the 3rd measure, we're just going to walk the index finger from frets 3, 5, 7, and then middle finger on the 8th fret. And that's the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the first 4 groups of 3s, and then we'll hit the 1, 2, 1, 2 after that. And the 1, 2, 1, 2, use your index on 7, and move the index again to fret 5. Now here I like to cross and use my middle finger on the 3rd fret for this last measure, and it's the same as the beginning. Now here you're going to jump up an octave to the 12th fret and then just slide down. And you won't have a particular fret that you're trying to go to, you just let it slide down and fall off. So let me demonstrate all of this line. And then once a little slower. That's the first time through this section. The second time we're going to repeat this 2 more times, but now we have a few more of these sliding power chords. So we'll talk about that, because the first time through, you won't do it. Then you'll add a new one on the 14th fret. This is normal as before. This is the same as what we did in the previous 4 measures. And then when you go back for the repeat of this line, I've got a note right here. On the repeat, you do the 12th fret slide. So it's not written here, just to save space, but you'll do this measure here. And then everything else will be repeated. So let me demonstrate this first. All right, now let's get into each measure. First measure, same as before, 3, 2, 0. With no power slide. ring finger on the 5th fret, index on 3, index on 2. Now here you can kind of slide up into it. You don't have to make a big dramatic jump. You want to get that middle finger to the 14th fret, strum it there, and then slide back down. Then index on the 3rd fret, all the way up to frets 5 and 7, middle on the 8th fret, index on 7, index on 5, so same as before. Cross over to the middle finger on fret 3, 2, open, and then middle finger for the 12th fret slide. So that's the first time through. Now we got to repeat it, but now in the first measure right here, you're going to add the 12th fret slide. And then the rest of this line is exactly as written. Nothing changes. So let me demonstrate all 4 measures with the repeat. Alright, that's the entire extended bridge section. Now we're on to the outro. This should go pretty quick. So you get to reuse all of the chorus melody. Everything's exactly the same down, down, up picking, the same 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 counting. So everything's the same. The only thing that's different is this last measure right here, where it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. So middle finger on the 3rd fret, index on 2nd fret, and then just end on this open string. And let it ring out and it fades with the song. So let me demonstrate the entire outro. I'll go slowly. So when you've got the 2 and 3 counting system wired in, you start hearing it everywhere. And then a lot of music that felt complex starts making a different kind of sense. The Tresillo beat shows up in blues, reggae, funk, ton of classic rock, a ton of metal, and you've been listening to it your whole life. You may remember the first time a rhythm just clicked without counting. This is the same experience coming through a different door. We're also installing the ability to switch between counting systems mid-song. The intro of Paranoid by Black Sabbath does exactly this. It shifts between a 3-3-2 Tresillo count and straight into 8th notes. Rush does it constantly, which is exactly where my own light bulb went on. Once this is in, it applies everywhere. And there you have it, Aerials by System of a Down. If this helped you level up, hit the like button and subscribe. I drop fresh lessons every week. Sheet music is in the description, private lesson link is down there too. If this one clicked, my lesson on Paranoid uses a similar power chord bass approach, but in standard tuning. A natural next step. Or you can check out the Riff playlist right here. Keep playing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 3.